I love about what you're talking about, Jason, is that regardless of whether a person has gotten to that point where they're just like broken, but so many of us go through struggles. In fact, I know a couple of people who recently lost their jobs, and there's punches that come out of left field all the time in our life. You don't know. It could be health. It could be someone leaving you. It could be where you just are working so hard for something. I mean, you've heard me talk about my business for a long time. You work so hard and you're like, why? We all go through it's part of life, right?
If you're a human being, you're not exempt in some form or another. And it happens repeatedly. And it will happen always, all throughout your entire life, no matter how masterful you are at living. We're always going to come across disappointment, disillusionment, dissatisfaction and discomfort and all those things.
And I think listening to your story, that moment when you're in the park and all of a sudden everything just seemed so vibrant and alive. Yeah. And you said it was more of the feeling that you had that was more important. You couldn't picture what you really wanted in life, but you wanted that feeling back. Right. I think it's important for everyone to remember those times when things are really good. Because we have those periods of time where you're like, damn, this is good. Things are going well. Everything is lining up and I'm super happy, whatever that means to you. It's important to remember those times and kind of create that memory in your head. Maybe even, I love when people journal and they write that down so they can come back and visit it. But those are tools in your toolbox, right? That's kind of how I see it. It's a tool in your toolbox that having a term for it, which I love you did, enoughness, it kind of makes sense. It's like, oh, that's what I'm looking for. That's fulfillment. That's what it's about.
That's it. And it is highly internal. It's highly intrinsic. But it has really a direct influence on circumstances, on creating a life that you want. You really become the master of your destiny, the master of your fate. And then this is what I call it in the book. It's about fostering a feeling, right? We're sentient beings. Sentient is a feeling being. So fostering a chosen feeling, first finding it, I found it, called it enoughness. Mm-hmm. Then learning how to foster that feeling. It's never perfect, but day after day, fostering a particular chosen feeling, you can understand that it's like putting on a pair of glasses that you've selected, and then looking at the world from there, and the world is just a little bit more accessible when you